Hello everyone, this is Sandeep from CropBytes and you are seeing 26 questions with Sandeep.
Hi Sandeep, thank you for taking the time to join us for our 26 questions interview today.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Thanks for coming. All right, let's dive straight in. How did you come up with the name CropBytes?
Yeah, that's a 4-year-old story. At the time, right, like all this crypto is about like digitalization. So, and our dream is with the farming simulation. So we added the name we have broken the name like crop plus bytes. Bytes is for some representing some kind of a digitalization. So together it's called as a CropBytes.
What kind of partnerships with different projects, platforms, or protocols can we expect from CropBytes in the future? Could you give us some examples of how other projects can leverage CropBytes?
Yeah, so we already want to add some side chains to the game like a Polygon and BSC. And as a part of that, right, we are already in touch with Polygon and we are discussing various things. And future, right, we'll be launching these on our side chains of Polygon and BSC. And there is another project called a Strip Finance, which is like an NFT collateralization of loans. So we have also partnered with them. So and there are like many partnership is on progress regarding these various regional media houses. So in order to expand our game. So these are the kind of partnerships we are already having and a few are about to come in future.
Will there be a public offering for CropBytes? How do we get tokens in the fastest way in the early bird? What incentives does CBX token bring to the community and investors?
So as you know, right, the public offering, we have did like IEO on Bybit and MEXC and we have offered public offering and it has already ended. And what is the easiest way to earn the CBX tokens is by playing the game. We have like a mining program, which is although it's a password now, which is going to resume in a few weeks. So right, by playing a game, users can able to mine the CBX instead of purchasing it from an exchange. So they can able to mine it.
You know, marketing is an important factor for every project. What is your strategy to attract new users and investors to your platform and keep them long term?
So then when it comes from marketing, right, there are two things. One is like a paid marketing and the other is like non-paid marketing. So although we are partnering with some media houses and we are doing like a lot of marketing. And what is our area interest is to go with these organic marketing we have very strong referral system. So our referral system, right, it's not only just for new user getting a new user. It's not only about that. He is adding he's explaining. It is built in such a way that he will be activated that user also, the new user, not just getting him. And we have some beautiful program called CB Army, which where our loyal users has been talking about the game on social and which is also giving a very good result. So more than which I can say this will work for a long time and we'll be getting we'll be targeting right audience. So more than these paid marketing, right, we'll be concentrating on this kind of strategies.
Gives the value of CBX. What is the role of it in your ecosystem? Could you please mention some advantages of holding CBX in the long term?
So at the moment, right, we have a beautiful build game which we are building from last 3 years. So there are like a lot of features are also in game. But although right at the moment we are using another third-party token which is a Tron. Now we are going to use our own native token in the game. So that means each and every part of the game will be connected with the CBX. So which will be creating more value for that. And we in long term, right, we have beautiful mining mechanism as well as beautiful burning process also. So when there is more adoption, right, there will be more burn of tokens and there will be more demand of the tokens. So, and I suggest to users to keep it for a long term.
One of the problems in NFT gaming is balancing between engaging gameplay and money making for users, which can be abused by users. So how will CropBytes balance the two together so that CropBytes will not only be seen as money making platform for users?
So yeah, that's a very good question actually. Here there are two things gaming as well as plus earning process. So when it comes to earning, right, CropBytes is replicating the economics of real world. That means how commodity values will be going up and down in this real life, right? Similarly, in CropBytes also there are various commodities will be growing by players and the players can able to decide which commodity they can able to grow. And their earnings depends upon that the commodity what they are growing and they should be knowing when to sell that and when to buy that. So their earnings margin will be straight away depends upon that part. And a second thing is like when it comes to gaming, already we have like a well built game where people can able to do farming, and they can able to feed their animals, and they can able to play around their lakes and wells, and they can even check the co-players farm, which is adding like a lot of fun activity. Of course, like we have like some mini game called fishing. So all these things, right, adding a value to for the gaming. So that's how, right, I can say this is balanced between gaming plus earnings.
Can you tell us some of the latest achievements made by CropBytes? Can you describe in detail the current development efforts such as market expansion plans, expected applications, and new upcoming program of events?
When it comes to like the greatest achievements, right, which in the recent time I can say like we have crossed 200k downloads both in Android store and a Play Store, iOS store combined. So that is, I can say like one of the greatest achievement, because it's not so easy to get like that much of a downloads. And the other thing, like when it comes to this market expansion, although now we are a global game and we have an audience from all over the globe. Now we want to go more regional, so we are targeting some regional markets to expand, and we want to expand from the regional markets. That's the one thing. And when it comes to features, right, there are like a lot of features on pipeline, like staking process and new CBX mining algorithms, as well as like some mini games like PvP mini games are also we are putting around.
Farming is very popular nowadays, but does CropBytes plan to add more features in your platform like staking, lending, buyback, or mining with your tokens?
Just before, right, we have answered to the similar question. So we have a staking process which is about to come, but in the staking process, right, people will not be staked to get like more CBX coins. They will be staking to mint more in-game assets, which is also having like good demand at the moment.
Do you plan on adding more language selection in CropBytes?
Yeah, definitely we want to add more languages. As I said, like we are global game and we have like more than 17 regional communities at the moment, and that is also growing very fast. So right, we would like to add like more languages both in app and web as well. So we are working towards that direction mostly by January, right, which is within 2 months. We are adding like more than 10 different languages.
Trust is very important in business. So what makes investors, customers, and users feel safe when working with CropBytes? And how will you get the trust of many users that have negative thoughts about blockchain?
Yeah, that's a good one. Trust is definitely an important. If you know, like we have started our operations back in 2018. By the time we are starting, right, like we don't have any success story, and we are not even decentralized. But we have got the trust of our users because of the way we implement the things and the way we develop this game. We never stopped our development with trust. Even though like it's a bear market, right, we have never stopped development. That gives us like more trust from the users. So although now we are at some different phase, we have launched our token. There are like a lot more new users, but I hope right, CropBytes will get trust from that users also, from the new users too. So that is the one point, the trust we are maintaining with the users since the beginning.
Some games are quite user-friendly regardless of age. Why did the project choose TRX to trade GC? The game will develop to compete well with the leading games. And how are token burning plans and the ability to reduce inflation in the game implemented?
Back in 2018, right, now we have a lot of chains. Actually, we are having like a lot of different options, but back in 2008, right, we don't have many options. Like at that time, right, by the time when we started, right, Tron is just about to launch its main network. So at the time it came with like promising transaction speed as well as like low fee. There is no gas fee. So we thought of building in that network, but later, right, now we have like a lot of options and everything. So we want to migrate away from a Tron, which we is already working. So going forward, right, there will be no more TRX will be there in the game. It will be completely with CBX.
And the second part of the question, the game will develop to compete well with the leading games. How are token burning plans and the ability to reduce inflation in the game implemented?
When it comes to this competition, right, like I can consider this crypto gaming industry is still small, although it has been evolved to a greater extent from last 2-3 years, right, compared to last 2-3 years. So I can still say like this is this industry is too small, and it is we should not concentrate more about the competition. So one thing what we can able to do, right, as long as you maintain these consistency in your development deliverables and maintain a good trust, right, you will be in the race. But no need of thinking much about this competition at the moment, as industry is very small now. So another thing, when it comes to burning mechanism, right? As I said like earlier, there is some beautiful in-game mechanics has been in place. So it will be like whenever the more users comes, right? In order to mint more new assets, in-game assets, right? People need to burn CVX. So because of this process, right? By over the period of a time, there will be a lot of burn in these lot of burn of the CVX. As when there is more adoption, there tokens also will be more tokens also will get burnt, and there will be like more demand for the CVX.
Which strategy will you implement to bring non-crypto natives into your ecosystem?
Definitely one point of a time, right, we should go to that non-crypto users also. But at the moment, right, what I can say, these still there is like a lot of market. There are like a lot of blockchain users who are not playing the games itself. So better more than concentrating on non-crypto gamers, right? Better to concentrate on that part than move to these non-crypto gamers. And that means like we don't have any non-crypto users coming. They are coming organically and they are learning, which is a good. But right at the moment, right, it's waste of developers' energy in order to get that users and teach everything to them. So better to concentrate on existing blockchain users.
On the topic of the need to increase the value of the token or reduce market capitalization, will your ecosystem accommodate a buyback token burn mechanism after the token sale or in the near future?
Yeah, I think like the same I have answered in this earlier question. Like the moment when some users mint these in-game assets, right, there will be some burn of CVX token. So it is same. I mean the answer for the same that we have repeated in these earlier questions.
How can users stay updated with this project? Are there channels, including local communities, where users can get the latest updates?
Yeah, definitely our Telegram channel is very hyperactive, and you can say like they are always supporting a new users in terms of teaching like how this game works and everything. And when it comes to update, right, like as our Telegram users are very active, the updates we used to give on a Telegram channel also, and we used to send an emails to all the registered users regarding the updates and weekly events and monthly events, etc. When it comes to regional, right, I said like already we have nearly like 17 regional communities. So the updates what we pass on this main channel, right, will be converted to their regional language and will be sharing in the regional groups too.
Many projects are just projects that make deceptive promises created by cloning existing ones and are similar to existing ones. Do you have features that are unique to you that you have developed and that makes you special?
I can say that, right, the CropBytes concept itself is a unique. Nowadays, you can see like a lot of farming games and everything, right? But the same we have implemented back in 2018. So I can say that this concept itself is unique. Not at all. It's not just like a farming game. CropBytes is the first one to bring a simulation genre games into the crypto. Back in 2018, right, now you can able to see a lot of crypto games and everything. But back in 2018, right, all the games or 99.9% games are just a collectibles. So we are the one who started introducing a use case for some particular assets, and we are the one who started the simulation genre games in the crypto. So that itself like a very unique thing what CropBytes started.
What is your long-term vision about the industry which you are working in? Are you afraid that someday there will be another project with more innovative technology that can replace your project?
Yeah, this question also is a bit similar to the answer what I have given earlier. So I can repeat that one. I can say like the industry is still very small actually. Anybody can come and anybody can able to perform well, but overall, right, as an industry is very small, right, it's all more than the technology and the strategies, right? It's all depends upon the deliverables, what the development. There should be two things actually. One is like consistent development, and the second thing is trust. As long as it is there, right, they will be in race, and the speed or more innovation does not matter as the industry is very small at the moment.
Many people, their main focus of any crypto community is on the price of the token. When the prices go up, people are happy. When they go down, people start to leave. What is the CropBytes team's plan to strengthen and grow a loyal community and see the product as more than its price?
That's definitely a very good question. So because right, we can see like nowadays, right, most of the people will be complaining about the price. That too within a very short gap, they will be expecting some good returns within not even like months. So few people will be expecting some returns in days actually. That is a kind of atmosphere what this crypto bull market creates. So the users also will be coming with like over expectation, and on the process, right, they will be forgetting about like to check like to learn about the original potential and strength of the project. So it is not the first time we are facing this problem. We have this problem back in 2013. So right, we are always used to educate the community about don't judge the project with the price, judge the product with their potential things, and the speed how it is delivering the things and everything. So that is the thing actually. Look, I can see, I used to say for the new users also, who are holding a CBX, don't hold a CBX if you want for a short term gains. Definitely it's not going to be possible, but check the long term picture of a CropBytes. Definitely you will not regret. But this game CropBytes is for long term only. So that's what I would like to say to the CBX holders. And that's what we are proved since last 3 years, right? I can say another example. Initially, in our earlier days, right, all the assets was doing okay, but it's, when the time comes, right, since from March this year, right, all the in-game assets on the CropBytes went to 10x to 250x, and all of our old users are also very happy.
Security audits are extremely important for any project, especially DeFi protocols that deal with user funds. So can you explain if your project has been audited to convey confidence and security to the crypto community that is interested in investing in your project?
Yeah, definitely. On what and all the contracts we return in the blockchain, right, we used to get it audited. And the core contract of a CBX token and this vesting also is got audited, and what and all the logics we used to we are about to build, right, everything will be coming with audited only. Without audit, right, we will not deploy anything onto the chain.
You say that CropBytes has a balanced economy, but could you really explain what characteristics makes your economy balanced and solid? Could it really hold up against any market downturn?
Yeah, that is also one of the good questions. I can say that CBX token mining is a deflationary protocol, and these in-game assets are working on an inflationary protocol. So when the in-game assets is going too much of inflationary, the deflationary protocol of CBX mining will tackle that. At the same time, right, when the CBX token is going too much of deflationary, the inflationary protocol of in-game assets will tackle that. On this way, right, it's not too much of deflationary and too much inflationary. So on that way, right, it will be going on a balanced and fixed trajectory path.
Okay, last question. Can you please share with us an overview of tokenomics? How much is the circulation supply, and how many tokens reserved for the team, and how much liquidity will be locked for what period?
When it comes to a total supply, it is 500 million. And when it comes to this team percentage, it is 16.1%, and there is a lock-in period of one year for the team. So until 1 year, right, will not be no team member tokens will be getting locked, and within the 4 years of gap, total tokens of a team will be unlocked within 4 years, by 4 years.
Thanks so much for answering 20 questions from the community. Now it is your turn to ask our fans 6 questions. Do you have the 6 questions ready?
Yeah, I have 6 questions. I'm going with the questions now. First question: how old is CropBytes game community? When did CropBytes launch its game? And I'm going with the second question: how many days does it take to breed a generation 1 superhero NFTs in the CropBytes game? And I'm going with the third one: how many CBX did the players receive for every GC that they held back in November 1st? That means before our IO. I'm going with the fourth question: how many platforms can you trade CBX on at this moment? That means by today, which is November 18. I'm going with the fifth question: what is the total supply of CBX? And the last one: how many asset markets are listed in the CropBytes in-game exchange?
Oh, all right. Thank you for all the questions. This was an awesome session. We hope you guys liked the interview session with Sandeep, whose friends for questions are selected. Please claim your rewards as per instructions in the description box below. And for those who want to participate and win CBX, simply answer the 6 questions that Sandeep had asked. Comment your answers in the comment section below, and we will pick 6 lucky winners. Thank you so much for coming on to our show, Sandeep. Till the next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Bye!
Thank you, Jasmine. Thanks for this session. Thank you. Bye.